Hello and welcome back to ArchiQuest. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can create dimension floor plans for your working drawings using Revit. If this is your first time joining our channel, welcome. My name is Grant, and in this channel we dish out architecture related content on a weekly basis. Before we start the video, please kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, and also share this video to your friends and loved ones who you think would benefit from this video, because it also encourages us to do what we do. Before further ado, let's dive into the video. So as you can see from my screen, this is just a basic floor plan that I have right here. So the things that will make this floor plan look working drawing presentable are just three things: dimensions, grids, and annotations. So in this tutorial video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make use of those three things properly to make sure that this floor plan looks presentable. So first things first, what we need to do is to apply our grids to this floor plan. Now for us to apply grids, we need to come under this architecture tab. As you can see right here, grid, you click on the grid and you place the grid properly. And mind you, grids are being placed in the center of a wall. Now let's name this grid 1. Grid 1. Now as you can see, this grid is already placed correctly. We can copy the grid from here and place it at this other corner here, which is a second point here, grid 2. Sorry, go back. So we can copy this grid from here, copy, place it here, grid 2. It will automatically change according to the number, the last number. Now you place another one right here, grid 3. You place another one here, 4. You make sure you place grid on all load bearing walls. Another one here, grid 5. Then place the next one here, grid 6. We'll place another one, grid 7. Okay, and we'll place another one right here, grid 8, 9. Okay, let's copy this way. 10, 11, 12, and okay, that's it. All right, now as you can see, we've successfully placed our vertical grids. Now the next thing we need to do is to place our horizontal grids. Now since our vertical grids are numbers, now the horizontal grids are meant to be alphabets. So once to place horizontal grids, instead of us coming down to architecture and clicking on grid, we can easily do that by clicking on the grid and hitting CS, which is create similar. It's a shortcut for create similar in Revit. If you want to know all about shortcuts, I already made a video. You can check my page. You will see a video telling you everything you need to know about shortcuts in Revit. So since we've placed this grid, now we need to change this to A, letter A, capital letter A. Okay, then we copy this grid. We place one here. It's automatically changed to the next alphabet, which is B. We also copy and we place one right here. Place another one here. Place another one here. Place one here. Place one here. Okay. We place another one right here. Okay. Place another one here. Okay. Okay, we omitted one. We omitted this place. So let's move this to this point. Okay. We copy this and we place. Copy this and we place it right here. Okay, then we place another one here. Okay, then we place one more at this point here, and also at this point here. Good. So that is all for the horizontal grids. Now, after placing our vertical and horizontal grids, the next thing we need to do is our dimensions. Now, dimensions for working drawing in Revit are in 4 different types, if I can put it that way. Now, we need to dimension from end to end. Also, we dimension from wall to wall. We dimension the grids, and we also dimension the overall length. So they are into 4 categories for working drawings. So first things first, let's start our dimension. So we dimension this from end to this end point, this other end point, showing the windows, doors, and openings, to this end point, to this end point, sorry, to click the wall. Good. To this end point, to this end point, here, 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 okay, 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 okay. All right, so that is all for end-to-end dimensions. We place this here. Then the next category is wall to wall. Now we've done this wall, we also do this wall, we also do this wall, we also get this as well. Okay, also get this, we need to get this as well. We also need to get this wall as well, and then the last wall, which is this. All right, so once we are done with the wall, that is good. Next is grid to grid dimension. So we dimension the grid to grid. The grid to grid dimension is important for setting out. Once you're about to construct the project, you will need the grid to grid dimension so you can be able to set out properly. Then the next thing is the overall dimension, which is this. Now, as you can see, we need to extend our grid. We need to extend the grid upward. Now you see what happened. Once we extended this grid, you can see it also shifted the grid to grid dimension. So why this happened is because if you click on the grid, you can see this is 3D. I don't know if this is visible, but if you do it on your system, you will see it. This is 3D. So we need to turn off this 3D on Revit. I don't know if there's a way to automatically turn them off, like change it to 2D, but we need to change them to 2D. What I usually do is, once I'm creating the grids, I change the first one to 2D. So once I'm copying other grids, they are automatically 2D. So once we change all of them successfully, okay, then we can drag it upwards, and you can see our grid to grid dimension is still in place perfectly. So that's that for this area. Then we also do the same dimensioning for this area. First of all, we do the end to end dimension. We do the edge to edge dimension. Here, here, also here, 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 here. Okay. All right. So once we are done with this, we click on this. Okay. Make sure there are no cluster dimensions. Once we are done with the edge to edge, next thing is wall to wall. Okay. 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 Now place this here. Now as you can see here, this is too clustered. You can hardly read this. So all we need to do is just to move one away. Okay, so as you can see now, this can be read properly. Okay, and we can also see this one right here too, that is clustered. We need to just move one away. Good. After that, we need to dimension our grid to grid as well. Okay. Alright, once we are done, then we dimension the overall. overall length. Okay, then we also need to move this. Okay, as you can see, this is already 2D, so we'll move the grid forward a little bit. Okay, so this is okay. Let's adjust this a little bit. Okay, all right, so this is good. Now then, the next thing we need to do is also to do it for this other side. Okay, after that, we do the same thing for this place. Now, if you want to edit a dimension, you see we omitted this point here. So if you want to edit a dimension, all we need to do is to click on this edit witness line, then we add whatever dimension or remove whatever dimension we want to add over it. Then the overall dimension. Okay, so that's all for the external dimensions. We're also going to dimension the internal dimension. So, but for the external dimension, let's cross check. Let's make sure everything is okay and there are no clusters. Okay, now you can see there are some clusters here, so we just need to move some away. Alright, so this is good. This is good. Now, next thing we need to do, you can see we have a staircase right here. So we need to add our staircase thread number. So once you click on this, now you can see the thread number has been added. You can also increase or reduce the size of the text at this point here. Okay, so that's that for that. Then the next thing we need to do is to add our internal dimensions. So once you click on dimensions, you can add internal dimensions. Now, since we have already dimensioned this window around this point here, so there is no need to dimension it inside again, except you just want to dimension it for reference purposes. In case the person omitted this, he can also use this to get what he wants. Fine. But if the dimensions internally are being too clustered, the best is just to dimension the overall dimensions internally. Then if there are any needs for special dimensions, that's when you can create callouts. Then you can detail the internal dimensions properly. So we're just going to dimension the internal ones, just the basic internal dimensions. Okay, I see this. You can just move this right here a little bit. Okay. As you can see what I did, I just dimensioned this window again internally, and you can see there are no clusters. They are not blocking any other dimension, and it's not too jam-packed. So this is fine. You can do this if you make sure that there are no clusters internally, because the purpose of a dimension floor plan is for it to be able to be read. Once they cannot read your dimension, you have defeated that purpose and it's no more useful. So we just keep on dimensioning all these till we are done with the internal dimensions. We can move this upwards a little bit so it can be clear. Take this here, here, and also get this here. Okay, get this, get the overall. Okay, and get this, 600. Okay, then also get this, right? Then we also get this from here to here, so we can get this door and then to the wall. Okay, now let's reduce this text. Let's make this 1.5. okay, then click on this overall, edit, get this here, this as well, bring this out. Okay, so this is good. Then we do the same thing for this other block. Okay, so I think with this we have successfully dimensioned all our interior. We also need to cross-check to make sure, yes, we've gotten all the dimensions, to make sure that once constructing the building you won't have to refer back to your drawing because of one dimension is missing or another. So after cross-checking and we find out that we are done, successfully done, that's all for dimensions. Then the next thing we need to do is to, because this is a working drawing, we also need to show some hidden lines, hidden details, or things that we won't see on the floor plan because of the cut level, but we also need to show it because it is important. Like for example, depending on the design, from the living room or lounge to the dining, there's usually like an arc kind of thing, depending on the designer, depending on the architect, there's usually like an arc. So if there is going to be a beam at that point, you are supposed to show that beam using detail line. You come under here and you click on hidden line, then you will show that beam, that there is a beam at this point. So when constructing, they will know that okay, there is a beam at this point. But if there is no beam, if it is a freeway all through, you also remove the beam, you make sure that it is a freeway all through. So in this scenario, there is no beam, so it's always open that way. But the next thing we need to show is our cantilevers on the first floor. Now if you come to the 3D, now you can see that I have some cantilevers at this point and this point, and I think also at this point. Good. So we need to show those cantilevers. Now on our floor plan, we cannot see the cantilevers because we don't know where the cantilever positioning is. But what we need to do is to come under this underlay, then we click on DPC level and we turn this to look up. So once we change it to look up, now we can see all the cantilevers. We can see anything that is above us. So now looking at this, we know where our cantilevers are now. Then we can draw this with hidden line, stop at this point, come down to here and stop here. That is 1. We also need to do the same thing for this here, come down to this point and stop here. That is 2. Are there any other cantilevers? Okay, there's 1 here. Do this here, stop here. That's 3. And as well, you do this here, stop here. That's 4. So you select all of them, click on tab, hold Ctrl and select, click on tab, hold Ctrl and select, click on tab, hold Ctrl and select, right click, override graphics in view by element. Let's increase the thickness and the color, let's say red. Okay, all right, so we can identify, okay, these are the hidden details above. So you see, this is clustering with the dimensions, so we need to select our dimensions and move them away from the hidden detail. Okay, so this is it, this is done. So we also need to annotate. Click on this text right here, we click on this, then we annotate it properly. Hidden capital letter, hidden line showing cantilever, cantilever above. Alright, so this is it, and you can reduce this. Okay, so now adjust this. Good. Now you can see this is it. So once you see this, they will know that okay, this is a hidden line showing the cantilever above. That it also represents this and also this as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to change our graphics for the wall, our override graphics for the wall. Now we click on the wall, we right click, override graphics in view by category. Now we need to make our wall thickness. Our wall should be thick. Let's make this 5 and black. Now for the cut pattern, because since floor plan is a horizontal section, so we also need to show our cut pattern. Let's make this brickwork dense, okay, and let's make this black. Okay, let's wait for it. All right, so you can see this is it. Now you can see how our walls are now represented. So this is good. Okay, so that is all for the wall thickness and wall graphics. The next thing we're going to be doing is to add our door and window tags. So for us to create our door and window tags, all we need to do is to click on this tag. If you already have a door tag or a window tag imported in your Revit, or you already have one which you'll be using for a previous project, all you need to do is to click on this tag all. Instead of coming under tag and tagging the doors and windows one by one, which will take a lot of time. So to save time, you click on tag all, click on door tags and window tags, you click on OK. It's automatically tag all of them for you. Then you just have to do minor adjustments. As you can see, this is window 2. If you don't want this to be window 2, you can change it to window 3, window 4, whatever window you like. And once you change this particular window tag to window 2, every single window of this type will automatically change to window, whatever you change it to. So let's bring this outside here. Let's bring this outside here as well. Okay. Let's bring this outside. Okay. Let's bring this outside. Okay. Now remember, we need to hide this look up that we turned on when we wanted to see our cantilevers. So we're going to change it back to look down and bring this back to none. Okay, let's wait for it. All right, so that's all. Now you see, because of what we did, this window tag didn't tag all these other ones, but we also need to tag them. This window, click on this, check leader, then we tag this and also tag this. Let's bring this forward here. Okay, what other window are we missing? Okay, this and this. Why these ones didn't tag was because we changed it from look down to look up, so they weren't activated on the floor plan yet. So that's all. So I think that should be all. Okay, let's bring this outside. Let's also bring this outside. Okay, what else? Let's bring this outside. Yeah, also this. Let's bring this outside. Okay, I'll take this to this point, take this to this point. All right, so that's all for window and door tags. All our door tags are placed at the right position. Okay, so that's all for window tags and door tags. So the next thing we're going to be creating we're going to be adding to our working drawing dimension floor plan is our spot elevation. Now, what do I mean by spot elevation? Spot elevations are what will I call them? Tools or annotations that show you the height of your floor slab. So when working, let's say you are on the 5th floor and you want to know the height of that floor slab, that is what spot elevation is for. So for us to place our spot elevation, since you've already modeled the building, and when modeling you should definitely put your floor as we have here. You can see our floor. So all we need to do is to go back to our dimension floor plan, then click on annotate spot elevation, then we can place our spot elevation. Now you can see this is 450 because our DPC level is on height 450. If you place this spot elevation on the wall, you will see the difference. Now you see the wall is 1050. That's the cut plane from the DPC level. That's the cut plane for the wall. Now if there are furnitures on this floor plan and you place them on any furniture, you will see the difference as well. So you can see there, you see how they change. So all you just need to do is to place your spot elevation on this point as well, here, okay. All right, so sorry. Okay, so you see now there's something I just noticed. There's no dimension for this balcony right here. All right, so let's continue our spot elevation. Click on it, CS, to create similar. Now, another reason why this spot elevation is good is in case you have like different levels in the building. You know, there are sometimes where the dining and the lounge or living room level is always different from the dining level. But when you get to the dining, you might have like, let's say 2 to 3 steps but before the dining. So if you have that kind of design, that's when this fourth elevation is really helpful. So once you place it on your lounge, you can be getting, let's say 450 on the lounge. Then when you get to the dining, you will see that there is a step up to like 900 or 750. So it also helps in such scenarios. So that's why spot elevation is useful in working drawings. So once you are done placing your spot elevations, you click on escape to cancel the command. So once you cancel the command, I think this is all for working drawing in Revit, dimension planning and floor plans in Revit. So if this video was in any way helpful to you, please kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, share the video to your friends and colleagues, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when next we publish a video. See you guys in our next video.